from Castle Grayskull, He-Man. It's the SOGOpod.
Good day, everybody. This is the SOGOpod. My name's Kinder.
Oh, fuck. You started off differently. My name's Frank.
And my name's Karley.
Good news. We have news.
News. Right off the bat. We're going to
Oh
the news.
my god, we only ever have news. When are we
We're
going to
a
do
comedy
something?
news podcast.
It's not that good.
It's great. I got some great news right off the top. Are we just jumping right into news?
We
good
got
news,
no,
everyone?
No. What'd you do this week?
What did I do this
What
week?
did you do this week?
We're totally recording on a Sunday.
Yeah. What did you do this week, Kinder? We are recording this on Sunday. It is Sunday.
I broke the fourth wall.
It is Sunday, June 22nd. What did you do?
You just pull your calendar out. Look
Yeah, because it's totally not Sunday.
It's
fucking
Sunday,
Tuesday.
June 20th. Not 4th.
It's fucking Tuesday.
Yeah, what did you do?
Did you do anything fun? No.
Fool. Did you do anything this week?
No.
Worked.
Worked.
I swam in
Frank?
Brad's pool.
Yeah, we swam in Brad's
Oh,
pool.
yeah.
That was pretty
That
fun.
was about the extent of our fun.
I swam in my mom's pool.
Oh, yeah?
And I swam in your mom's pool.
Oh.
Ooh.
Sick bird.
Which makes the first joke even weirder.
Yeah, a little
It
bit.
does, actually, now that you say
I was
that.
just staring at you like, dude, no. But yeah, we
Yeah.
went and swam in Brad's pool. It
Your
was pretty
mom's a
fun.
nice lady.
Boring weeks.
I have a pretty funny picture of Brad I put on Instagram, and it's just him in the pool.
Is it pretty and funny,
And it
or
basically-
is it just funny?
It's just funny.
Oh.
Well, Brad's not very
But I was it basically was just like, I've never seen someone look so sad in a pool. And the picture, I'm gonna show it to you real quick. Hold on.
You got posted
This
to
is
the
an audio
SOGOpod page.
podcast.
Yeah, I'll post it to the SOGOpod page tomorrow when we release. But it's one of those things where it's just like,
Tomorrow, you mean on Wednesday when we release, because we are recording this on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yes.
Captain Falcon approved.
Kinder, look.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone look so sad in a pool. And
Actually,
then it's
technically
like,
speaking, since
and then it's like
He does look very upset
I
to be in the
know.
pool. Just
The whole
hands
time
dangling
he-
down into the water.
the whole time he was in it, he was
Oh.
complaining about how much he hates that pool because he's the one who has to take care of it. Eventually, he got to the point where he actually did take his shirt off, started swimming, but the whole time he was swimming, he's like, fucking hate this pool.
He looks like a
Fucking hate
roadie
swimming.
for a band that just like has to stay in the pool because you never know when the guy's gonna want a bunch of M&Ms. Okay. All right.
But it's basically
Eddie Van
just
Halen wants more Twizzlers.
And then underneath it says, hashtag, what's wrong, Brad? And then at the very bottom it's hashtag, there's booze in that cup.
There's always booze
There's
in that
always
cup.
booze in that cup.
For Brad, the cup is always half full.
Of
because
booze.
it's always half full.
Okay, anyway,
Either it's booze
that's all
or
we did.
vomit after he drinks the booze back into the cup.
We went to Brad's
We've
swimming
actually had
pool.
2 weeks worth of life
Yeah.
because we didn't
But we
release
didn't do
an
shit.
episode. We released a best of last week, which people should really go listen to because I think it's really good.
It's alright.
Well, I mean,
I didn't
it's not
listen
really
to it.
much you can do with that shitty old quality
I know.
episodes that we have.
They're
I
really
didn't- I
bad.
didn't-
It does give you perspective on how
Yeah.
much better our quality is,
I didn't listen to it.
regardless of our content.
Sorry. I've been distracted. I've had wisdom teeth pain. My mouth hurts.
We went to a place in Carrollton called the Georgia
we did do that.
Game Shop.
Father's Day
Game
weekend,
They have
shop.
yeah.
all kinds of crazy video
They had
games.
oh, sorry, I'm
What
coughing.
they have? They had.
They had
coffee? You're
yeah,
coughing?
I'm totally
I'm
coughing.
wheezing.
I had they oh fuck.
You know, it'd be great.
Marker, I can't think of what I'm saying. Okay, they had a
Hold that thought.
they had an original
All right, bring it back.
Xbox. They had an original Xbox and it was painted. It had like fucking flames on it, and they had it for sale for $40. Okay, $40, and it came with one controller, all the cords and stuff, and it had a little note on top that was like,
It works, but it loads real slow.
it
is what
loads
says.
slow,
It
but it
loads
works
slow.
fine. It works really good, but it loads slow. And we were actually really considering getting it because right next to it they had an entire shelf full of original Xbox games. And I picked up Halo 2, and I picked up the original Fable, even though it sucks. And like, 'cause I was like,
Fable's
no,
alright.
Fable
it's better
2
than
is
3.
Yeah.
Fable 2 is
Yes,
good.
but it's not hard. Cancer is
original-
better than Fable 3.
Well, I was going back to the joke I had earlier. It had to do with cancer, actually. You know,
Oh, wow.
The evolutions. No, it's in good
insensitive.
taste.
Oh, right. Yeah, let's just.
Somehow, a cancer joke is in good taste.
Yeah.
No, it would be great.
Let's
We
talk
and Brad
about
were talking about
crabs.
this the other day about coughing and wheezing, from the Pokemon.
Mm.
Wouldn't it be great if they made a third evolution just called cancer?
Yeah.
That would be pretty good.
Coughing.
Actually.
Wheezing!
Cancer!
I like their names in the Japanese version.
Canceroo.
Well, one of them's named L.A. and the other one's named New York.
Yeah.
Well, L.A. and NY.
That was their original name.
Yeah.
It's actually...
Line.
Speaking of Pokemon...
Lie.
And I'm not trying to get on another Pokemon rant like we did a couple weeks ago, but I was watching... When Caden is at our house, he watches YouTube constantly. And I follow a lot of people from the Yogscast, and one of the members of the Yogscast, who I like the most, has where he's playing Minecraft, but they've got a mod installed where it's Pixelmon. And it's basically, like, there's no mobs in this game at all. Except, I think, like, the peaceful ones are still in, like, cows and sheep and shit. But it's all Pokemon. And it's just, and so you just run around and you make your own Pokeballs and you like, and you fucking catch Pokemon and you train them up and like there's trainers and shit that they have find and just fight randomly. And now I really want to play this mod for Minecraft. It sounds really awesome. And I'm just watching them play it, and they actually grew a bunch of the trees that have the little apricorns on them.
And everything.
Yeah. And so they actually like go around and they click the trees and they get these apricorns. They make them into fucking Pokeball. You make your own Pokeballs! Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
That's getting like really just deep into the.
Yeah, it goes really far. There's even like randomly generated Pokemon centers.
Yeah. So you can go in and you can. There's
been
no
miles since I've seen the last Pokemon Center. Really, man? Because I got like 5 sitting right here next to me.
Yeah.
Up. I don't know.
No, I was thinking about getting it and putting it on the computer because I thought it looked really fun.
Oh, I did do something this week. I got a new comic. Yeah.
You're such a fucking nerd.
Fuck you.
Comics, mother.
I got Uncanny X-Men number. What number is that? 132. Yesterday, matter of fact. Fuck you. It's the part of the Dark
Phoenix looks
thing.
terrifying on the cover of that.
He does. The crushing the X-Men logo. Just.
Oh my god.
I'm crushing the X-Men.
Spoiler alert. That's not Jean Grey.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't say Jean Grey. I said Phoenix.
Technically, it's not Jean Grey.
It's somebody. It's the Phoenix Force impersonating Jean Grey while she's asleep in a cocoon underwater.
Yeah.
Let's
That
rewrite
was-
history.
Fucking
I think the same
pissed
thing
me off
happened
too.
to Mary Jane Watson.
Okay,
Write yourself
anyway.
into a corner.
Are we done?
I'm not done.
No.
Oh, do we have news? Is it news time?
I don't think it's news time.
Oh, okay.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
What time is it?
I don't know.
Can we sing the song? Does anybody remember the lyrics?
No.
Here's
the news.
Let's get
Grab
some
booze.
Let's.
Fuck it. Do it live. Here's the news. Let's grab some booze. We're gonna get really trashed. It's news.
That works for me. Okay.
We're totally not getting trashed. It's fucking Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shh.
You mean wait Sunday too? It's Saturday.
No, you can drink
Party
booze. You can
time.
drink booze on Sunday. What's wrong with
Oh,
you?
you can now because we're not a Drag County anymore. God, I bet that sounds terrible to the rest of the United States.
Or the world. What, you can't buy alcohol?
Yeah. Up
What
until,
you mean you can't
how
drink
long
on
ago was it?
Sunday? You drink every day, especially Sunday.
It was
We're
what?
Catholic, right?
Twice as much on
It was
Sunday.
what, a year ago? I think we finally were able to buy booze on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
that's
something
Now
like
such
the
a
rest
good
of the
rule.
county is able to do it.
Yeah.
Of course,
awesome.
that would go into effect after we stopped really drinking hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read you this.
Shit happens.
This little thing here. An Australian man says police confiscated 4 of his guns because he posed for a firearm license photo with a colander on his head.
You mean, or police capture? I can't do
you
it.
can't
Also,
do it.
boys.
I
Call
listen
up-
to butts and seats.
I was about to say, call up your buddy, call up your friend right now, and get him to
Yes.
read that story.
Crikey, the police took my guns
Riker.
because I was wearing a colander on my head.
Leprechauns. They're Australians. Guy Albon convinced the photographer. That's his name. Convinced
is
the
that funny?
photographer that he was a member of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti
Hold
Monster.
on, I'm gonna stop you right there. You totally just said photographer.
Photographer.
Was this person wearing like a squirrel suit?
It's part of the persona.
Had one of those.
My particular persona is a photographer. A furry.
A photographer.
He's got one of those tail butt plugs.
Yeah. What kind? They sell different kinds of those.
A fox one is the standard.
Yeah.
What does the fox say? Ow, my butt.
Ring, ding, ding, ding.
Riker!
I keep thinking you're saying marker.
I'm sorry, he's fucking, I don't know what he's doing. He's making me nervous. Our dog's in the studio. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be great if you
Jingle,
had three of those,
bark, so
like three of those dogs after like one dog after he
Yeah, it's
dies
like,
and another
hey,
one.
Riker.
That
here.
way it can be the third Reich.
Here, Riker. Riker, you gonna say something? You gonna say something? See, he doesn't say anything. He's just sniffing it. Because he doesn't make noise.
Squeeze him.
He's the best chihuahua in the world.
He'll just...
There you go. That's what it sounds like when I squeeze him. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to squeeze you.
A symbol... he's wearing the colander because he convinced the photographer that he is a member of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. A symbol of the satirical religious movement whose members refer to themselves as Pastafarians. Love that. 30-year-old said he exploited a law that allows headgear to be worn in photos. The law stipulates that you... Oh, sorry. Now I can do the accent. The law stipulates that you can have something on your head. That was
Are you
terrible.
Barrett in that? Or?
The law stipulates that you can have something on your head.
Have
to have your
stop.
license.
The law stipulates that you can wear something on your head.
No, you guys just sound like you don't sound Australian. You sound Irish.
Australian.
No, you sound Irish.
That does not sound Irish. This sounds Irish.
Or Scottish.
You have to have your entire face uncovered, and if the headgear is being worn, it has to have some religious significance. I thought, I've got this one in the bag. It was an absolute scream, is what the guy said. But when Mr. Albon submitted paperwork to have his license status changed, police became worried he was mentally unstable. Officers came to his home where they seized 2 handguns and 2 rifles and ordered him to see a psychiatrist. According to Albon, the psychiatrist immediately declared him sane and laughed it off.
The psychiatrist laughed it off. That's pretty good.
Can't get your guns back, dude. And then
he got eaten by a giant spider.
So he said he's agreed to have his gun license photo retaken without the colander, but he's going to try it with the driver's license because what are they going to do? Take his car away? I mean, it's Australia. These are the people that ban video games.
Didn't they just take everybody's guns away anyway? Like pretty much.
Licensed to have a gun.
Yeah.
If you're licensed,
how
you're
recent
not.
Just don't wear a fucking colander on you. That's a recent news story. Just don't wear a colander on your head. You're okay. You won't get the law called on you.
He fought the law. He fought the law.
The law.
And the law won.
That's not a colander. This is a colander.
That is the only phrase that anyone can ever say in a good Australian accent.
Yeah, that and shrimp on the barbie. And
even that didn't sound
blooming right. Onions.
That just sounded like B News Barrett. I don't know what the fuck that was.
No, you gotta say Foster's Australian for beer.
Yeah, there you go.
I just had to say one thing.
What's your one thing?
Fuck space.
What?
Just keep that going the entire time. Perfect. Slow down on the number of keys pressed. All right.
Walter's in the room.
Astronomers have detected an ancient stellar remnant that is 10 times fainter than the dimmest white dwarf ever discovered.
How dim is it?
It's as dim. If you want to know a real dim white dwarf, imagine Peter Dinklage with brain damage.
Oh,
I should have had that pulled
up. It was a dim white dwarf. Come on, Jesus, that was a good joke.
Oh no, that was bad. That was a bad joke.
Fortuitously orbiting by a pulsar, this...
Turn it down!
Oh, sorry.
That's why I fuck space.
Okay,
this cold and collapsed star consists of crystallized carbon, essentially making an Earth-sized diamond in space.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm sitting here working 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6.
Most of the time 6.
Space has got a fucking Earth-sized diamond.
Wait, is it a planet.
No, it's a star.
Technically.
but it's
It's
made-
crystallized carbon, therefore diamonds.
But it's made of diamonds.
Yes.
Don't fucking go there, man.
Lucy in the sky with
Don't fucking go there, man. They went to a planet thing made of diamonds in Doctor Who, and it was not cool.
Yeah. Bad things happen.
Bad things fucking happen.
Stars, diamond planets. That would explain why
that
they
was
had to be
that
in
was
the
like
vessel.
that's like my
because
favorite episode of Doctor Who ever. I fucking love that episode. Midnight, watch it.
Stars.
It's good.
So, got another story. This is pretty good.
Okay, how much news do you have?
Boy invents extremely detailed kidnapping story to avoid dentist.
Wow.
Nice. Is this a plot to Boy
sounds
Meets
like
World
It
episodes?
sounds
does,
like
doesn't it?
like a really like in this vein of Blank Check.
Yeah,
Like
it's such a good movie.
in order to avoid
$1 million
going,
would not buy that
No,
much shit.
Yeah, that house alone had to cost like
2.5, yeah.
something like that. He was in a castle in the middle of the suburbs.
Yeah,
That castle was like
really shitty.
really shitty.
It was
Just made out of
entirely
like,
made of styrofoam.
Yeah, it was like some kind of like.
Actually, that's true because it's a movie set.
Hey, why is that castle there? Castle was there for either a really crazy person
Yeah,
to live in,
which they wouldn't have sold
or
their
a
house.
child molester.
Now,
Because
see,
who else would want to build a giant castle in the middle of the suburbs?
Who also
it was
wouldn't have
actually
sold his house.
It was actually a subplot following the events of Castlevania 2. And after...
Castle Dracula's reappeared.
Yeah. So after, you defeat Dracula and all that, Castle's still there. Fuck, it's sitting here. Nobody wants it because it's evil and full of skeletons.
Put a sign outside.
Yeah,
And then
for
some kid will
sale.
buy it.
Yeah, and then he'll pay for a member of the Belmont clan to then come in. And
Yeah.
why did he only ask for $1 million?
I don't
He got
know.
a blank check.
Dude.
He could have asked for $1 trillion.
Yeah, because he's a
He
kid.
asked for the national debt.
Because
Yeah, just
because
give
when
me-
you're a
give me
kid,
just-
$1 million sounds like
$1,000 sounds like a lot of money. When
yeah, exactly. So $1 million sounds like you can't even fathom it. That's like all the money in the world, right? $1
Right.
million? Holy crap!
So,
But
if you think
you're an
that,
adult and you're like, dude, no, like $1 million. Shit.
So
Put that
going
shit in
along-
savings.
going
Put that
along
shit in
lines
savings.
of blank
Buy
check
some
and,
stocks.
and paper brigade.
Buy some socks.
Oh, buy some stock.
Buy some socks.
Buy some
Buy
socks,
lots of
kid.
Buy
socks.
stocks and socks.
Socks are the best Christmas
That's what
present.
a parent says when you get $1 million as a kid. Buy some socks.
Buy some stock and
All your
socks.
socks.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody
Socks have
needs
holes
socks.
You have holes in your toes. The way
Socks
you
are
go through
the-
socks,
Dude,
oh my god.
Socks
you
are
can buy
the-
so many socks for $1 million.
It's like when you're a kid, you hate getting clothes for Christmas, but you're an adult and you're just like, dude,
Oh, I got something for Christmas.
Thank
It's fucking
number one, I got something awesome, and number two, oh shit, I hadn't been meaning to buy a new t-shirt for the past 3 years.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is 100% cotton? Oh, yes. This is the good shit. This is the good shit.
I've been just wearing trash bags.
Denim? Fuck. Wait,
Okay.
blue jeans? You spent like $40 on this. Oh, my God. Jesus, you're my best friend.
Anyway, continue, Frank. Sorry.
In order to avoid going to the dentist, a 12-year-old dentist-avoiding hero in France ran away when found created a detailed...
In France, he
Yes.
ran away. Shocker!
This
Wow.
moment of political humor was brought to you by the SOGOpod. Created a detailed kidnapping story. Police looked for his kidnapper for an entire month. French paper Midi Libre reports that the boy from the Alpine village of Saint-Gervais was picked up by a local police officer when they saw him hiding in a village in May 21st. He immediately told the cops that he had been abducted from the nearby town of Magnolia.
Been abducted?
Yeah,
He been abducted.
he's been abducted.
I was abducted by a
And
strange
proceeded
man.
with his story. He even gave this is from the newspaper. He even gave the officers a detailed description of the man who had abducted him. European looking, aged in his 30s, muscular build with a height of around 1.70. I don't know, meters? I'm assuming metric system meters.
Meters.
He was
unless
Irish.
he was kidnapped by a brain damaged Peter Dinklage.
You were so mean. Oh my god.
And a vertical scar.
We need to we
on
need to start
his
having a
right
disclaimer at the
cheek.
beginning of every episode that's like, Not all views expressed in the SOGOpod are the fucking views of everyone that's on the fucking SOGOpod. Because that's me.
No, because y'all make your opinions vocal when I make terrible jokes like that, so it's okay.
But by the way, why aren't you in the kitchen?
I'm gonna fucking beat you
About
with
to
this
make-
microphone.
About to make an audio
I'm gonna
sandwich.
fucking stab you. Hey, remember when I tried to stab you with a pair of scissors in fucking high school?
You did.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that with these fucking tweezers.
So
That actually
his
happened.
description
I didn't do it though.
of a European-looking, aged in his 30s with a muscular build.
Beard.
He has a muscular beard too.
Just muscly beard.
Beard's got biceps.
Ugh.
Beard
Build with a height
What is
of
this,
around
Bobo?
1.70 meters and a vertical scar on his right cheek. That's just a Bond villain.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
This kid
Yeah.
was kidnapped by Dr. No.
Yeah.
The kidnapper was also wearing a black shirt and light jeans. No, he was kidnapped by Johnny Quest.
or Brock from Adventure Brothers.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
Police quickly drew up an e-fit image of the alleged abductor. I want to see the picture. I want to see the picture because I just either it comes out looking like Brock Sampson from Adventure Brothers, or it comes out looking like Johnny Quest or Bond villain. I don't know. He's probably gonna look like Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
Who already does look like a Bond.
I could
villain.
see him abducting a kid and just being like, "Stay
You
in
didn't-
school,"
You didn't say it
and then
right.
letting him go.
Vladimir
Vladimir
Putin.
Vladimir Putin. Beep, 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 beep.
The young boy was also able to hand over details of the car he was driving and the course of what happened during the abduction.
He
The boy
really
told-
didn't want to go to the dentist.
Really didn't want to go to the dentist. This kid, I'm certain the moment he left the house, he started formulating
Oh yeah.
what he was going to say when he got found by the
Yeah,
cops. He was probably
probably.
like, okay, I know. Okay, what's
How did
what's
he-
an average height for a man? Well,
Did he just
so-
ride his bike or something? Like, how did he run away?
What kind of European-looking, muscular man wants to kidnap a little boy? It's never the European-looking muscular man who wants to kidnap the little boy. The boy told the officer that he was going to his dental appointment.
Time to go to the dentist, mate.
When a man pulled up and asked for directions, he said he was then forced into his car and only escaped when the kidnapper stopped briefly in St. Germain. So here's my thinking as a police officer in a situation. Boy tells me, guy looks like Bond villain,
All right, Shiny, what's it
pulls
look like?
up in his car, and then he forces me into the car. Did he pull him through the window?
I mean, open the car door. You know, you see those
I mean, 'cause,
PSAs
like,
and all.
but you're asking for directions. At what point in the transaction of information, when asking for directions, is the opportunity to snatch somebody presented?
I don't know. Maybe he like opened his door because
He's
like,
like,
"Hey,
oh, my
window's not
window doesn't
working."
roll
Yeah.
down because I'm in France and we don't
Yeah.
do that here or something. Oh, it's one of those fancy Peugeot windows that doesn't roll down.
Yeah.
Upon further questioning this week, he finally admitted that he ran away and invented the story because he was afraid to go to the dentist. Wow.
Or there's a very tall, muscular, scarred man who's appearing in his window at night and like threatening him with a knife. You better tell him it was a fucking fake story.
Oh, the dentist did it.
Yeah.
I know where you live. What if this dentist was the actual description he gave? And also, I just thought about this. He's in France. You're all motherfucking European looking.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
I didn't think about that.
How did you not think of that?
That was
like
the first thought.
Yeah,
Because it's like, well,
I was
of
like,
course
you.
he's European looking.
Yeah.
You're in France.
You're in Europe.
Yeah, there's a lot of other Europes out there.
Man, I guess they have black people. I mean,
They do have black people.
But what the
But
fuck?
why would he
Spaniards.
say this? He would just say a white guy or a black guy. If he was a black guy, he would have said it was a black guy who kidnapped me.
I mean,
African
I
looking?
guess as opposed to American.
He would
looking.
have said African looking.
Probably would have said African looking.
He would have
An African American Frenchman kidnapped me.
Do they say African European?
I don't
I'm
know.
sure they
I'm
don't
assuming
have
they
anything
say
like
African
that.
European or African English or something. I don't know.
Or
they just say
we're just black, like everybody else
I mean,
did
yeah,
before
I
political correctness came.
We'll see.
Okay, so I know that I know he showed up at your house.
Yeah, he
Like-
trashed my living room.
Oh, well, I'm
Asshole.
sorry. Well,
Fucking.
I'm sorry. We didn't record Sunday, but I told him to be here Sunday, so he should have. I guess he trashed your living room.
Yeah, he's
I'm
pretty
sorry.
pissed about not
I'll
having
replace
any-
your TV. I
Any
know.
insect
related, stinging flying insect related news.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. That's, I know, but I'm sorry. But I told him don't worry about the show, but now we're recording on Tuesday. So it's like, you know, he hopped on the plane. I know he drove back up to Atlanta Monday. Hopped back on the plane. Now he's back in England.
Okay.
So
we're not going to worry about him.
I don't think we have anything to worry
bugging
about.
us
But I'm going
about being new. It's Barrett.
What's he doing here?
Should I put him on speaker?
Yeah, put him on speaker.
Hey Barrett, what you doing? Hey Barrett, what you doing?
Are you recording?
Yeah, man, we're recording about some flying insect news.
Flying insect news? That sounds like my forte. I actually have some bee news right here.
What kind of bee news do you have, Barrett?
Bad news kind of bee news.
Well, how quickly can you be here?
Oh, I can be there. I'll be there in 2 shakes of a bee stinger.
What the fuck does that mean?
don't-
Oh shit!
Should we get some
Put the
decorum?
music in post.
Do we need some decorum?
Can we have some decorum, please? Also, bees. Sorry, I broke the door off the hinges. What's he doing here?
He just said he was gonna. I asked him if he could be here, and
He was lying. He wasn't in England.
I was asleep in your crawl space. I was surrounded by spiders. Don't like spiders, they eat bees. But I do have some bee news. I'm afraid I've got some bee news.
about bees.
Have you ever seen the movie My Girl?
Yes.
She
Saddest
dies
movie.
of bee stings.
No, she doesn't. Her friend does, you idiot.
I know.
They couldn't have made a My Girl 2 if she died in the first
They
movie.
made a sequel to My Girl?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, she goes and visits her cousin or something, and then they fall in love, and it's weird and incestuous.
That's my version of My Girl. President Obama has created a task force to save the bee population from collapse.
From bees?
The Obama administration is taking steps to save...
I think you mean Obama?
I'm gonna have to make you stand outside, aren't I?
I kind of want...
This is my podcast. It's the B News podcast.
Actually, it's the SOGOpod.
Why am I here?
Because
I thought that I signed a contract with your representative, Franco L. Harris, the Mexican lawyer,
but
and he said,
Vince McMahon doesn't work for me.
I don't care about Vince McMahon. I care about my pod. I was told you would get a podcast. It would be nationally recognized, award-winning. It'd be about bees.
Sometimes we have B's. Sometimes we have C's.
I'm not C News, Barrett. You want me to talk about the C? What's a pirate's favorite letter?
I'm waiting for the punchline.
You don't get one,
You,
apparently.
you think it's R, but it's actually the C. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I kind of wish...
Can't hold it together.
I kind of wish B News, like, hated me right now. Because I'm wearing my Monday shirt.
Hold on. Look. What do you... What do you... What's that? Best in the world? More like B in the world?
What?
Because bees, I don't know anymore. Bees.
Can you?
So, is this not my podcast?
No.
No.
Tell us your just tell us your B news. It's okay. Just tell us your B news.
What's the last time I'm coming here then?
Oh.
What if there's more B news?
Then
Maybe we'll hire CM Punk.
BM Punk. That's the bowel movement punk who talks about his bowel movements.
Ew! I don't want him on the podcast.
Or
Best shit in the world.
That's like Joe. Dude, I took the worst
Joe
shit.
is BM Punk.
He is being punk. He's like, dude, you need to see the shit I took today. Fucking pulls his phone out. It shows you, look at this fucking shit. It's
That's
like, dude,
disgusting.
it is disgusting. I know. Thank you, B News.
you do it with your bees.
Don't have sex with the bees. I sleep with the bees.
No, I mean you take pictures of your poo filled with bees.
I sometimes, but just that's for the private collection. It goes to my Flickr page, flickr.com/BNewsBarrett, twitter.com/BNewsBarrett, @BNewsBarrett. I'm on MySpace, myspace.com/BNews.
And you also own bpuns.com.
bpuns.com, the proprietor and sole owner of bpuns. If anyone is familiar with GeoCities circa 1997 HTML coding, I would be happy to be able to get in touch with me at BNewsBarrett on Twitter, at BNews on Friendster, Xbox Live, BNewsBarrett, PlayStation Network, BNewsBarrett.
Are you on Tumblr?
Tumblr at bnewsbarrett.tumblr.com.
We're way off track.
I'm a master of social media. Thank you very much.
Wait, what about the B News?
It's a boring story.
It is a boring story.
Okay.
In other news,
Bye, B News.
Bye. Going back to England.
Have fun. I hope it's not
where
raining.
you belong.
I hope it's not raining today.
Oh, Joe.
Thank you. That was very awesome. Bye.
Bye. We love
Might
you.
be back sometime.
Okay, can you put your shirt on, please? Before you go outside, you might get arrested for public indecency.
People don't want to see my awesome bee-related tattoos.
Barrett, you can't go outside wearing nothing but knee pads and a Speedo.
Came to your house wearing nothing but knee pads and a Speedo.
He has a point.
We keep that between
You keep
us.
trying to leave, and you try to bring me back in this podcast. You want to be here for the rest of the episode?
No.
Oh, fuck.
We love you, but no. Bring Frank. Let Frank come back.
Okay.
We'll see you later, B News. Bye.
Bye, B News,
Good luck. Good luck on Sunday.
Everybody wants B-News around. I see how it is.
That's a fart news.
You look really sad.
Aw. Poor guy.
That's just
Oh, poor B News.
kind of bad for him now.
You know what makes me sad?
Hmm.
Shaggy died.
Oh, Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
Was it me?
Damn it.
They even caught me in the shower.
Oh.
No, the
And on the
longtime
counter.
voice of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Also,
Like,
he was
fuck,
Robin
man.
on Super Friends.
Wait.
he was what?
Wait, whoa.
He was?
Casey Kasem?
For
Yeah.
real?
Oh, shit. I didn't know he did Shaggy.
Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
I knew he was sick. I knew he
Yeah, he
was
did Shaggy.
failing health.
He's not
like
Shaggy
bad, but I didn't know
currently.
he
Actually,
passed away.
Matthew Lillard is doing
Yeah,
the voice of
he's actually
Shaggy in the
Shaggy.
cartoons now.
He does a good job.
Yeah.
Like, wow, Scoob!
At least he's got work.
Like, this sucks, man.
No, I didn't know because like
But I found out.
I knew that he was in bad health recently, but I didn't know he passed away.
Yeah. The way I found out was just this awful, awful, sad picture of Scooby-Doo standing over like a real live grave. Like this cartoon Scooby-Doo standing over like an IRL grave. And there's flowers and stuff, and the Scooby-Doo is like crying and stuff, and it's just like his like, you know, best friend or whatever had like some text on the grave, and I was just like, what is this about? And then, you know, I see the headline, it's just like the voice of Shaggy, and then I was like, Like, no, man.
Oh,
Not
that's
just
so
the voice
sad.
of Shaggy, he's also was the host of American Top 40.
Yeah.
He's the voice of Robin in Super Friends, which
He
means
hasn't
he
been on
talks to himself in the episode of Scooby Movies where Batman and Robin were on.
No, yeah.
So, but he hasn't been on American Top 40 in a while because Ryan Seacrest stole it.
Yeah, it's been a long time since he's been doing American Top
Ryan
40.
Seacrest stole his job.
This is Casey.
His daughter is on with Nikki Sixx on Rock 103.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, Carrie Kasem.
Yeah, Carrie Kasem.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
on with Nikki Sixx at night.
Yeah, I forget about that. I didn't even.
Is this the
make
one that had
connection.
to rescue Casey Kasem from his crazy wife who threw meat at her?
I don't know.
What?
Okay. Some weird shit happened right before Casey Kasem
Yeah,
died.
when he started getting really sick, his family went nuts.
His wife
yeah.
is like this super young girl, of course, like any older man would marry.
Yeah.
Older,
course.
slightly famous man would marry a slightly younger woman. So she had not been taking care of him at all.
Yeah.
He had really bad bed sores, and so his daughter, I don't know if it's Carrie Kasem or if it's another daughter, was going to get him, and then Casey Kasem's crazy wife threw meat at her
Smeet.
in what was described as a biblical meat attack.
Wow.
Biblical meat attack. You should have said that again. Biblical meat attack.
Biblical meat attack.
I mean, just like, did you get the joke? Biblical meat attack. You get that? That's alliteration or something, right?
Biblical meat attack.
Marker.
I've got something to talk about.
Hopefully
It's not news, but it is something that Frank and I watched Sunday night, because last night was Raw. We had to watch Raw. But Sunday night, we were watching YouTube. We got the kids to bed, and we were watching, I don't know if anybody else has seen it. I think we've watched one of them with you. I know we've watched a couple of them with Brad, but you know when they do the Wheel of the Worst on the Red Letter Media YouTube page? Where basically they have a wheel full of the worst fucking movies that they get in from viewers. They spin the wheel, and then they watch the movie, and it's always terrible. Like, they fucking hate doing it because these movies are so bad. Because they have a best of the worst,
Yeah.
right, that they do fairly regularly that's always got a certain theme. Like, I think their most recent one was, like, ninja movies or something like that. So it's, like, the best of the worst ninja movies. But this is just fucking shitty
These are
fucking
like
movies.
These aren't even movies. These are like training videos.
No, they have movies in there,
They
too.
have movies, but they're
Fat
not.
Ethel? Fat Ethel
No,
was
that
on
was
there.
that was part of the best of
Oh,
the
it
worst.
was?
That wasn't
Oh,
part of the wheel of the worst. It's literally like a Dunkin' Donuts training video, or like
The Shoji Tabuchi
the
Show.
Tabuchi Show, which is like a film of the dude in Branson, Missouri, named Shoji Tabuchi. He's like this Japanese guy who plays fiddle kind of good.
Yeah.
And
Anyway, but we're watching it because we haven't seen it yet, and it's a new episode. And normally that's one of the very few videos I think we watch by them because it's always just fucking hilarious. Because these movies are shitty.
Yeah.
Because you know how we watch bad movies sometimes. We're watching the episode, and they've got a movie. They've got a VHS tape that's been on the wheel for a long time, and it's called SOS. And this fucking movie. Well, technically it was sauce because it didn't have punctuation between it, so it was actually just sauce. The cover, the cover of this movie is like paintings of like a guy and a girl, a monkey in a suit smoking a pipe, some creepy general guy, and it's just fucking weird. And they start watching it, and it's a music video. And it's a VHS tape full of music videos. The very first one is kind of weird. And the whole thing is in Japanese.
Really?
The whole thing is in Japanese. So we don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. We're watching it, and we're like, this video is
Catchy as
kind of
fuck
weird.
song.
It was. It got stuck in Frank's head for like 2 days. We looked it up and found it in English. Which is what I'm getting to. But the first video is kind of weird. It just looks like a music video. It's a bunch of girls and a bunch of guys hanging out in an office, and there's some robots and stuff. I don't know. It's very Japanese.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the second video, and the second video was about. Which one was the second one?
The second one was it's a guy and a girl at this like country like hoedown place. Looks
Yeah.
like a lion dancing place.
And she
they
start no,
stare
she
at
has
each other
she
from across the room.
he doesn't look at her. She looks at him and imagines their entire future together. Like, to the point they're going on dates and then they get married. And the whole time she's just sitting there staring at him with this creepy-ass fucking look on her
And
face.
then they meet at the end. And that's
Yeah.
it. And
The
then
third one is when you start...
everything starts sort of falling into place.
And you realize that there's a theme going on to all of these videos that you don't necessarily notice because it's all in Japanese in the first two.
Yeah.
Well, it's all Japanese, but the first two you don't really realize it. You're just like, oh, this is kind of weird. The third video starts out, a teacher walks into a classroom, and she slams papers on the desk. And then it's a whole song about how evolution is wrong. And we didn't come from monkeys. And and I think one of the lines was, "Did Charles make a fool out of
the
you?"
chorus is,
Did Charlie make a fool
make
out of
a
you?
monkey out of you?
Yeah.
That's in the English version. Of course, they don't. This is not in
Yeah.
the Japanese version that we saw that they have in the video because it's just they're watching these videos and they start piecing it together. By that video, they're like, "This is totally an anti-evolution, pro-creationist," and then they start piecing it together with the next one,
It's about abortion.
which is obviously an anti-abortion music.
Because a dude leaves the house, lady's pregnant, she looks at a newspaper and
It
it's
says
like
unwanted
pregnancy, and then she goes to walk out the door and she starts seeing like ghost visions in her head of a little girl, which is fucking creepy. But it's an anti-abortion video, and then the whole time it's like we noticed it too. We're just like, dude, what the fuck is happening?
And that's when they piece it together that it's some kind of weird music video collection of super, because every video has that theme. The first two don't seem like it, but the first one's like, you don't need to work, you're a woman. You should find a man and settle down.
When we listen to the English version,
that's what they think it is, but actually what it really is how technology is
taking over the world.
And you need God. The second one is about save it till marriage, and the evolution one's pretty obvious, and then the abortion one's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So it's just this collection of music videos. And so I get curious, and I'm just like, I have to know where this fucking came from. So I just do a cursory Google search about the SOS Red Letter Media thing. And it takes me to yes, and it takes me to the Red Letter Media Reddit. So a thread exactly about that video.
Yeah.
So I start reading it, and it turns out that it was a music video produced in a bunch of different languages, including Japanese and English and French and all these different languages, by Family International. And you might not recognize the name Family International, but it is a cult.
Yeah.
It is a cult that used to be known by the name of Children of God.
Oh, God.
This is the cult that Joaquin and River Phoenix came from.
Yeah.
That their parents had joined.
The SOS stands for Save Our Souls.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But they didn't know. I mean, they didn't talk about that in the actual video
they didn't
we watched.
know that until after, because then somebody posted a video in the comments of the Kathy Don't Go song, which is the anti-abortion one.
Yeah.
That's the fucking name of it?
Yeah. It is. Of an English version of it. It posted the video link in the comments, and then somebody from that found the full English version of the video.
Yeah.
Did you have it pulled up?
No, I closed it.
All right, we'll save it for the end of the show. So you'll hear that at the end of the show.
Which is probably about to be now.
And before we close, did you want to make your announcement?
I'll ask Laura if she wants to.
Okay.
We can get her to come in here.
Laura! Oh, no, she's coming.
Well, I was going to, call her.
All right,
Okay,
just make your announcement.
So, as most of you know, my wife, Laura,
I'm pregnant.
is pregnant. My wife, Frank, is pregnant.
Beautiful baby burrito.
And if you don't already know, you probably do, because most of the people that listen to this are our friends.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh, yeah, we got, for some reason, we're huge in Cincinnati.
Thank you, Cincinnati.
Don't
We
know
love you,
why.
Cincinnati!
Cincinnati.
And Australia.
Oh, there
Hey, here she is. Would you like to make your announcement before we end the show? Big news that happened.
The thing in your belly that's eating your life force. Riker likes crayons. That's all you have to say about it.
Was he chewing up crayons?
They're gone. Oh.
Oh, his poop was very colorful. Come make your announcement of your good news.
Good news,
You don't want to
Barrett.
do it? Aww.
We're having a little girl.
Yay!
I'm done.
What?
Nice.
Again.
You really should have came in on this episode. We needed some extra flair.
Celibate from now on.
And Wes,
I'm going to need a divorce papers.
That's fine. You get what you want. I get what I want.
And I'm filing for custody. We both get screwed.
all right.
Anyway, next time on the SOGOpod,
No,
Laura
hold
and
on.
Josh get divorced.
Before we go, save that. Before we go, I just want to say, got some plugs to get out of the way.
Oh God.
I got another podcast.
And it sucks.
It does suck. If you're into wrestling, and specifically if you're into WCW, it's a podcast about the death of WCW called Butts in Seats. You can find the first episode on YouTube. We'll have it on iTunes at some point. Also, go listen to Wrestler Radio Australia with my co-host Josh Armour from that show, and also listen to Cart Glitch International with my co-host Evan Hill from the podcast as well. He's from Canada, and the other one's from Australia. Ow. And
Thank you. I wanted to.
Thank you. And next time on SOGOpod, Kinder and Laura get a divorce.
It was just weird. What dog unwraps their food?
Oh, they're talking about the dog eating the crayon. Next time on SOGOpod.
Riker has color for poop.
Muy de moda está la computadora, quieren reemplazar y sin demora al hombre por máquinas que piensan y hablan. Hoy todo está fríamente calculado, hasta del amor. Se han olvidado cómo puedo hacer para pasarte ahora el impulso del amor desde mi computadora. ¿A ti qué te parece SOS? Más vale que confiesen que sin amor no se puede vivir. ¿Qué robot entiende mis problemas? ¿Qué robot puede ayudarme? ¿Qué puedo hacer para resolver mis problemas? Tengo que enviarle una señal de amor. SOS. ¿A ti qué te parece SOS? Más vale que confiesen que sin amor no se puede vivir.
El amor perdurará, las máquinas no, si hoy nuevas son,
Soy nueva son,
mañana no,
mañana no.
puede que el amor no haga el mundo girar, más de la vida te hará